Welcome to the Wild Magic Tavern. No, my hara mai. Welcome to the Wild Magic Tavern. Let me get the chat up on here. Some reason I don't have the chat up. Do I have the chat up? Oh no, I do have the chat up. That's great. Hey, I hope you're having a wonderful evening. It is 9:04 New Zealand Standard Time on Thursday, the 13th of August, 2026. Just in case you're wondering what the time was here, what the day was in the world. Très bien, très bien. I'm going to hone straight into my Pānui. Just going to give a quick shout out to the mods. I was just about to give a shout out to the mods and the artists. And who should come in but Aihe. Aihe is a mod, an artist. Holinator is just a real OG, and then Bit Breakfast is a newly appointed moderator. Guys, I'm a bit all over the show tonight. A bit all over the show this week. So let's put on some reflective music. Nice and quiet. While we talk through the plans for the day with the Pānui. So the moderators and artists shout out to Aihe for if someone was to potentially follow or subscribe. Animation would appear here from Aihe. And big shout out to Decoboko/Lars who animated the intro sequence that you saw just starting here. Something's really bugging me and I'm going to go fix it. You guys hold tight. Do you see this? That's the edge of my monitor stopping the camera from getting a full picture. Ban yourself, Bit Breakfast. What would happen? A black hole or something? Okay, bear with me. Yeah, no. I can't believe I didn't see that earlier. Oh, look at that. So much room. It's just my gestures, you know. I need big room for all my gestures. Beautiful. What else? We're streaming on a Thursday. Because work this week has just been hectic. Work on yesterday in particular was full heckers, and I would not have been able to stream. Or if I did, it would be not very good. So I thought I'd bump it to a Thursday. Because also, just jumping ahead of next week I'm busy on Wednesday night, and that will be Thursday as well. And so I thought, why not just start the Thursday thing now? We may go back to Wednesday, we may stay at Thursday. Who knows? Other Pānui, I've got a cool hat. Check this out. Parksy Boy, if you're not here, you're going to be so gutted, because I'm going to show off my Parksy Boy hat. Hang on, I'm going to take the headphones off so I can really show it. This hat, I don't think you'll mind me saying, was gifted to me by Parksy Boy. I still can't believe it. First gift of the channel. Look at this. Beautiful little flower head dude here. Embroidered. Another one embroidered on the other side. And then on the back, embroidered Parksy Boy. Now look if you're jealous. He's blimmin' selling them on his website. Get in there. You too can wear a cool Parksy Boy hat on your Twitch stream where you get angry at earthenware jugs. Next. Oh, I almost forgot about this. And then just last minute put it on the Pānui list. Look at this. Oh, wrong way. I'm testing out some colours for my back wall. Believe it or not, this kind of tan, where am I in space? this kind of beautiful parchment tan color was not an intentional choice, but just the color of the jib board or plasterboard that's just on the walls. So I've been workshopping some colors, or one color in particular, and we're going to test it out on the stream. This splotch here, and then this splotch up here. It's the same color, but I just thought in different places, you see, because this is a bit hot with the light. And so we imagine that across the whole back wall, and we go, would the things on the shelf pop out nicely? Would it kind of disappear? Would we be able to have like some nice bright moments, some nice dull moments? You know, opinions are welcome. It's kind of like a greyish blue. It looks way darker here than it did in the tester pot. If you're playing at home and you want to join me, you want to buy yourself a tester pot of Tarawera from Resine. I got this from Mitre 10, but the product is of Resine make. Great. That's that. What are we doing this week? Gosh, thanks for asking. This week we're working on this cluster here. So we're going to start dry brushing, which is essentially picking out the... or we could start underpainting. We might underpaint, which is to lay down like some real nice, interesting tones underneath. And then these we might just start dry brushing straight away. You don't really need, or I don't really find the need for undertones in the timber work, but stones are really good to kind of find some contrast in there. So we'll do that. And then while this is all drying, we'll revisit our earthenware jug and we'll make a start on our bloodied journal, which were suggestions from the communities, either on Instagram or Discord. I wrote them all down in these tables and we rolled dice last stream, and I picked out earthenware jug and a journal soaked in blood. And yes, I also rolled a jar of hopes and a jar of dreams. And I'm ready to try. I'm ready to open up my heart again to love. And I've got my glue sticks ready to go, and I've got a new technique. Whoever it was that suggested this, it might have been, I feel like it's either Foster or Bit Breakfast. I've got these drill sets. Hang on. Bloop. I've got this drill bit set that I found. Oh god. That I thought of. And I'm gonna heat them under a candle. In smaller, growing to larger increments. Heat them over a candle. And try, pardon my language, but try gently inserting them into their glue stick. Okay? I'm reminded, and is this a good segue? An incredible segue. I'm reminded when I hear this dulcet tune. That Aihe is not just an animator and sound designer and recorder, but also a composer, and this is one of his tunes. This one is called Look to the Stars, Look Up at the Stars, or Look Up to the Stars. And this is a great segue because I have been super inspired to keep writing music for the channel. This track is actually called Gently Inserted. And it has a little, the little E next to it on streaming services. Where's it going? So yeah, Aihe and I have both been coming up with some more tracks to add to the albums that are part of the streaming channel, and will be released basically into the public domain for you to use as you wish, or pay what you can/want to on Bandcamp eventually. And we're getting really close with the 4 or 5 that Aihe threw into the mix, and I think I've got 4 or 5 on the go. where like I think 3 songs unaccounted for, like not even started across the whole 4 albums. One of them's pretty much finished. One's got 1 song to go, and one's got 1 song to go. And so soon there will be an album release through Wild Magic Tavern, which is kind of wild. There's almost too much going on. It's getting a little overwhelming, but we're making magic, so it's all good to go. Speaking of overwhelming, I just want to show you something, and then I'll explain what it means. Hang on, let me try this. Try this little trick. La 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 la. Let's see here. Please be a word. Okay, watch this. Okay, are we here? Yeah, nice. Okay, so this is my disk space at the moment. Okay. 2 seconds now while I transfer back. Please hold caller. So I'm very overwhelmed by the mess that I have created and have not tidied away. And so I was thinking of a pitch alongside, parallel to me getting super excited about the music. How about next week we do another music making episode? Because that means wherever we get to today, I'm going to tidy everything beautifully away throughout the week. And then next Thursday's stream, I'm going to go back to, I'm going to revisit the track Sunrise on Embers, which I've been working on because I left it, you may have noticed, not super happy with it. So I've been tweaking it, and I think what we'll do next week is I will demonstrate for you with that song the technique that I do to like turn it into a track, where I get my big mixing desk out and I live kind of perform it and mix it. I thought that would be fun to showcase, and I can also work on some other songs that I'll show you through some other songs that I'm working on. And even I was thinking if we get this far, we could start to design an album cover for one of them as well. So that's my pitch for next week, unless someone really hates that idea, because I'm a people pleaser at the end of the day. A quick sip of tea. Licorice tea, good for digestion and the soul. And inflammation? Or is that turmeric? Do you know Bit Breakfast? I feel like that's the kind of thing Bit Breakfast would know about. Teas and Their Uses by Bit Breakfast. Whenever I move my Bluetooth keyboard around, I feel like I'm going to hit a button that's going to shut down the whole stream again. Anyway. I'm going to look for some underpainting gear. Hold fire. This song is called Looking for Underpainting Gear. Green. Surprisingly important. Brown. Wrong. That's green color I need to find. It might be up. Oh, it's right here. Green. Maybe a nice light brown color could work. Burnt sienna. This will do for now. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take some of these colors and we're going to focus on the stone temple pilots. We're going to start on turmeric. You got it. This is antique white. Some of these stones we're going to paint antique white. Call me crazy. But it's I don't often do it because it's a real rigmarole. But I've seen fancy people do it, and I want to be fancy, and this is worth taking a bit of time to do. So you paint some of the stones completely different colors. And we'll do a brown every now and then we'll also do mix some white Oh, where are you? Mix some white with our base stone color and just get some kind of lighter stones in there. So this might actually take a while. I might not even get a chance to fix my hideous earthenware jug. You know what else? Moment of shame is I found this unpainted underneath my laptop, and so we need to paint that too, because I just straight up forgot about it. Okay, here we go. Is everyone ready to craft? What have I got here? What have I got here? Let's have a look. I'm going to put something in the chat just for fun. There we go. Okay, craft. Alrighty. Let's start with antique white, because I like that. And let's move some of this out of the way. And let's get our wooden parts out of the way. Fing Fingers wants to craft. Get in here, Fing Fingers. You just round the road. Come on down. Jump on a brush, mate. We need all the help we can bloody get. Okay. So this is what I mean when I say I'm stressed and unorganized. I'm going to be everything that I need. I'm going to be looking around for a little bit. But you know, we've got music, we've got company. We've got people who know things about teas. Alright. Palette. Look at this well-used palette. This is so satisfying to me, this kind of thing. These are my kind of 3 on-the-go palettes. This is more for miniature painting. But you may be able to notice that my kids have started miniature painting also. And so it's not as neat as it used to be. That's for my green thing I was making. What was I doing? Yeah, I think these have all been kind of pulverized by the kids. But it's beautiful little history. Look at it. Beautiful history of the mind. What goes on inside the mind of one whose palette looks thus? The thing, the myth, the legend. Oh yeah! If you were here a few weeks ago, you would have heard me talk about the orc gentleman who sits at the bar of the Wild Magic Tavern and almost never leaves his spot. Just chucking back pints. That's Fing Fingers. He was part of that adventuring party. That first ever Dungeons and Dragons game that I played. He wasn't at the first game, but the first he joined the party, and the rest is history. I've got no clean water. I've got this. Okay, I've got all these jars with dirty paintbrushes. Only some spicy crafting gets him out of the tavern these days. Finn, come craft. Come craft, man. Come on. We're all doing it. Alright, you know what? Here's a jar. I just don't have enough jars. Something I thought I'd never say. You know what? I moved house and I got rid of all my jars. And I started a new jar collection, but slow going. It's slow going. Okay. Now, Fing, you want to get some water. You want to mix it a little bit with your paint because you want it to be able to be nice and runny. Oh, sorry, over here. You want it to be nice and runny. God, this is abysmal with the chat, isn't it? What if I do this? Even that's too much reflection, isn't there? I gotta figure this out for the actual streams. I mean, this is an extra stream, but for my kind of more performative ones. Okay, so we're gonna take, it's just gotta be one, the odd stone, eh? We want no spillage, although it's easy to fix. Let's go here. Now it's gonna look quite jarring, but what happens is we put the same, this is just the undercoating, and then we do the same over dry brushing, and it will all kind of bring it together into the same world, the same room. You know what I'm really excited for is... Ooh, get out of it. Oh god, what the hell am I doing with myself? Sheesh, Tom, you're really all over the blimmin' show. I've got this great material called pigment, and I've got black pigment, and it's going to look great as soot inside the fireplace. So that's something I'm looking forward to. What are you guys looking forward to? I'm very happy that it's much warmer here than it has been the last few weeks. That I've been streaming here. Like, I ended the stream freezing the last few weeks. And today I think I'm going to be alright. Feel like we're getting into spring, which is actually incorrect, because I feel like we're actually just about to get to the heart of winter. They look all streaky, don't they? But we can just go nice. That's why we water it down, because we'll do a couple coats of that. Now, Bit Breakfast, what chapter here? Crafting Spyro 2 on your Steam Deck. Yo! Spyro 2. What did Spyro 2 originally come out on? Or is that... No, is this the new one? Have they only made 2 Spyros? Or is this like a reboot? Talk to me about Spyro. PlayStation 1. Yes. I remember playing the original Spyro. Oh, I do. Now, something that me and Bit Breakfast would like to know. We've been talking about this. Would you guys watch video game streams on here? Soft pitch. Soft pitch for you guys. Would you guys watch us do collaborative video games on here? If I like got some friends together, like friends who were involved in like some of the podcasts we do, would you be like, yo, it's Brinley Stent. It's world famous comedian Brinley Stent playing hilarious co-op games with old mate Tom. Would you guys pay $1 million to see that? Be honest. Now with stuff like this, I've got to make sure I don't space them out too evenly, you know? So we'll do another one just here, just to show that I am real good at not being symmetrical. Do you see? A bit of variation. Oh, my Tom. It's your old mate Tom, come on. Come in here and watch me play a video game. Those ones look much lighter than these ones, but that's okay. They can all be different kinds of rocks. From down by the riverbed. You need a few more on this one here. Feeling a bit lonely here, aren't they? Now the brown ones are always a bit jarring. The brown stones that people paint on, but a lot of people do it, so they must be right. What that's doing is really accenting the texture a bit more. This one's a bit splotchy, get it out of there. I feel like these ones, the paint wasn't watered down enough. Cute to boot. That's looking nice, eh? See what I mean? You can really see the little stones popping out now a bit more, can't you? Okay. I believe so. Okay. There you go. Feel free to give me some feedback about sound. It's still quite hard for me to judge levels. And like nose breathing. How's the nose breathing going with the nose breathing shield? Just keep me updated. Thing, what craft have you been most jealous of? What craft do you feel like you really feel like you're missing out on getting amongst? What would be your go-to craft? What's the first craft you're going to try? Because you got the real design background, the real arts background, you know? I feel like anyway. You got the artistry for something. See, look, I've done it not purely symmetrical, but look at these beautiful spacings. So I've got to be a bit more natural about it. Just put a nice one down there. There you go, son. Get in there. Lego counts hard out. What's your dream Lego set? Or would you build something orig, as they say? Okay, that's those ones done, and now let's move on to our big cahoons. The hearth. Get a bit more moisture in the ancient white. Don't say that again, Tom. Don't you fucking dare. Alright. Which one of these will be a lighter colour? I think not many of them will suit it very well, but let's try. I think I've lost a bit of texture on these side parts, but that's okay. That's what this will help with. Getting to the point where I'm very much looking forward to this all being done. And I can start streaming games and such. Alright, that one there, and then let's maybe do a little corner piece up here. I feel like I can't really do too many in here because that's going to be mostly disfigured by the soot effects. So there's not too much point. Another Aihe banger, or is this the same one again? Oh no. Let's listen to a different kind of a track. I'm gonna go teacher. Ooh, perfect. Listen to this Aihe banger. Music could come down a notch. Thank you for your honest opinion. Or do I crank this one? Nice, the bands, thank you. Beats and bands. And bands and beats. Oh, I'm starting to scare myself and not trust the vision. And I need to just relax and trust the vision. a bit scary though. Maybe just another little guy here. So with, yeah, I'll just a fidge. With Aihe's songs, you may be interested to know. We could maybe have a joint stream about the making of the music at some point. But I'll speak for Aihe, because it's a lot to type out. Aihe was inspired by the early PlayStation sounds and musics to make this music. Correct? Just like that golden age of video game RPG. As you could maybe imagine listening to it, and he's like found the sounds that you could use to write your own tunes using them. That's more or less it, eh? Some kind of a tune grabber, sound thing. He was explaining it to me, and I was doing a real good job of looking like I understood. But basically you go like, what were they using to make the songs for those games, and then you can make your own songs using them. Sorry, of course, sorry, that song was also called Gently Inserted. Okay. It looks like a lot. Everyone chill out. Everyone just freaking relax, okay? I might make one of these the same as well back here. It'll be a little subliminal. Oh, look at this. Wait till you see the brown paint's really gonna take it for another spin. Really? I feel like I want to mix like a bit of blue with some black to really make it something. Nice. Okay, cool. Alright, that's the light cut. Oh, should I do some more? Yeah, maybe another coat of these older ones. We got this. It could just be this the whole stream, and I'm not sorry about it. This is the vibe, you know? This is the vibe. You gotta ride the vibe. Even if you get a little bit of paint where you don't want it to go. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Yeah, we'll talk about it. Yeah, those will be good now. Right. I'm so excited to see this all framing all these boxes and see if it works like I can picture it in my head. Oh yeah, these ones are really washed out now. Washed out, kid. Oh no. Oh no. Well, you know what? I'm gonna do a wash. What have I done? Oh yeah, it's okay. There's a stage where I do a wash, which is gonna get into all the cracks, which is like a darker color paint. And it basically drops into all the cracks and makes the shadows really the opposite of pop, really deepen the shadows inside all the cracks. So these like little shiny lines that you can see, those will all be popped. Okay, let's fix this bit, because this bit looks poopy. There you go. You see that? Now it's all fixed. Is that a thing? Doo-dee-doo. Oh yeah, now I'm loving it. And this is nice. It's just a bit of visual interest, as they say. Some people say it's just a bit of visual interest. Just so it doesn't just look like a big block of grey. You kind of feel like there's a bit more going on. There's a bit more of a world around it. And it really dries quite faint, doesn't it? I guess it's because I watered it down. Kia ora, kia ora. What's up, Sapient Sorcerer? Slosh those mugs of meat around. Get the party started. Here's what we're doing, Sapient Sorcerer. Sorry if you've been here for a while, but we're painting some little highlight colors. Oh yeah, here we go. Look at that. We're on the same wavelength. Here's some little highlight colors. Not highlight colors, but I'm just making some of the stones a different undercoat. We're going to do some ancient white. We're going to do some light brown and maybe some lighter grey. Maybe like a bluey grey. And it just means that when I kind of paint over the top of it all again, some of them will just be slightly different, and then that's a bit more realism, you know? And it'll kind of feel a bit more like it's come from a real world. Oh, look at that. You see that? Close up. Failure. One thing you can do that's really great is you get another brush, a clean brush. You get it wet. Blub, blub, blub. And then you just paint over it. Look at that. It's gone. Water. The great healer of our time. The great healer, water. Water. Thanks for joining us on a surprise Thursday, Sapient Sorcerer. I'm going to do next Thursday as well, just so you're up to date. And next Thursday is going to be a musical stream. I'm going to show you some music instead. Which should be fun, I think. It's just going to give me some time to tidy the workspace, because it's not good. Nice. There we go. Look at that. Okay. Feel good, feel good, feel good. Sorry, I keep hitting the mic. I'm just excited. I'm an excited little guy. Okay, the water can go there. And Sapient Sorcerer, I'm going to try get onto fixing this into a bit more of a better shape and making a book, but we'll see what we get to. How about some burnt sienna? My mouse is in the way. There we go. Yo. Boop. Oh yeah, that's really watered down. Maybe I don't want it quite as watered down as we have to do. A lot of coats. Okay. Which one should be light brown? Everyone vote in the chat. Which one of these stones should be light brown? Go. I'll do it. Which one of them should I paint in burnt sienna? Come on. Number 34. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. I thought that one too. I thought that one too would be great. Number 34. Good choice. That one's my favorite one of the whole wall. Nice. A fine choice. Seen in your votes. Everyone gets one. See, can you see it now? This is looking very much like people from Instagram's midway shots. 10. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, another fine choice. You know, I hadn't thought of this one, but I actually, now that you say it, I really agree. Nice one there. 23. A fine number. So then if that's 10, 11. God, I cannot actually see. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. You can't do that one. That one's white. LeBron James. 23 LeBron James. I'm going to do... You know what? Actually, you're right. It is here. MJ. It was this one. Right here. 23. Nice. And you know what I like? I like that it's right next to it, an ancient white one. Because I wouldn't have put it there normally because I'm trying to space everything out like a goober. Let's go here. Oh yeah, this is really coming to life now, guys. I really feel it in my loins. I feel it in my stones, is what I should have said. That would have been a funnier and more ambiguous comment. That's good. We'll leave that one there. Alright, new votes please. This time you have to vote a certain amount down. You have to vote 2 numbers. One is, or you have to vote a letter and a number. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. You can come up to I with the letters and then a number. Number can be whatever you want. I'll just start doing the regardless. 6 and 12. Okay. Fine choice, sir. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Do you want up or downsies? At breakfast, you can choose between 2. Up or down. It's either this one or this one. Down, great. Again, close to a lighter color, which is going to let everyone know that I'm not a perfectionist who's okay with organic asymmetry. So I'm a chill and cool guy. Oh! Who just dropped it in the paint? Yeah. I see what you're doing there. There we go. We are going to have to do a second coat on these, but that's fine. Okay, and then Sapien Sorcerer has H10, and I believe this is H because that's I, so H. I guess that would be 1, wouldn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice! Oh, a very brick-shaped one for you, sir. A brick for you. It's a nice brick color on a brick shape. Look at that. Maybe a time traveler from the future came and put this one here. That's what I think happened. Rock for Fido is voting C9. You suck my mouth. I freaking knew that a game about choosing rocks would get Rocky into the chat. Oh yeah, you guys can't see that. I get a little circle when someone's chatting for the first time. And congratulations, Rocky, you've chatted. You got the chats. Now you can never leave the Wild Magic Tavern. Okay, C9. Let me get some I'll get some special amount of paint on my brush for you, Rocky. Here we go. A, B, C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes. Good. We need some more in the top. Oh, it's a mess. I've done a mess, but don't worry, we'll clean it. It's a great one. I like the shape of this one. It's kind of a trapezoidish. Where does it go? Yeah, let's go. Yep. We'll do a little water trick, get rid of the extra little bit that we didn't want there. Okay. Oh shit. Right. There we go. Tidy up there. Okay. Get a few more of these in here. Maybe a big one. Oh, I got a smudge on here. Let's do this one. Couple more of these ones on here and then we're bloody good. Okay, this one's feeling a little. When I made all the stone shapes for this, it felt really strange and inorganic. And now I'm feeling the same about. It's not you guys and your choices. It's on me. I've made some really weird choices with my light-colored ones. Do I put some up here, or do we just not overthink it? Just gonna retouch up these bad boys. Don't mind me just touching up my stones. Did anyone with that? This is a track by Aihe called, I think, Gently Inserted. I think that sounds called Gently Inserted. Is that right? I guess it is. It's not getting back to us about it. Oh god, this one's massive. Okay. Feel free to vote. Voting is now open on the big long stone piece. Voting lines are open. And whatever kind of voting system you want, you just vote and I'll figure out what it means. Live on stream. That's the kind of high octane streaming you've come to know and love. D12, old school. A, B, C, D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Down, you say. Okay. Dirty Dozen. I reckon, do you guys know the song Fight Music by D12? God, I listened to that heaps as a teenager. Just fascinated by it. God, it was a ruthless song. If I need to be psyched up for anything, D12's Fight Music, good God. Sorry, I bumped the tripod that this top-down camera is on. Looking good! Looking like I didn't pre-plan it, which is what I'm after. Hashtag classic. Alright, need some kind of fun stuff happening high up here. That's good. Calling it good. Alright, now this is the big high pressure one, guys. Because it's definitely... Because here's the thing is, these any of these elements, they may not end up on there. Sorry to say, but this one is, it's happening. Bloop. So, you know, the pressure, the absolute pressure of it all. Something's happened here where all of the kind of the details really muted through here. I don't know what happened. Just casually scratching it with my paintbrush. See if that does anything. I guess if I paint, oh god, I just painted that one. If I paint, what have I done here? Eh? If I paint this one, then it will at least pick out some of it. Yeah, I've got a sneeze coming. I've got a big old sneeze coming. Oh god. I had so much time to mute my mic, and I'm very sorry that I didn't, but that's just the kind of high octane occurrence you can expect on Wild Magic Tavern streams. All gas, no brakes. We sneeze when we want to. Kids these days don't even sneeze when they want to. Okay, I'm gonna do that for now. That's good.
Touch-ups. Little touch-ups. Okay.
Now should we mix up a little light grey? This is cute. This is fun. Really pitched a big game, didn't I? All the stuff we were going to do. We just have been painting stones for about an hour. And that's the kind of high octane occurrence you can expect. Oh, Wild Magic Tavern stream. I'm just going to take our dairy-free vegan caramel yogurt solution. I'm going to dollop a splodge. Just one single splodge onto your palette. Make sure there's some chunks of stuff in there that you don't really know what it is. It really helps. Oh, I can't wait to tidy my office, my studio kind of space. It's going to be very nice. I'm surrounded by garbage. This has not been opened yet, so I think I'm just going to mix in actually some ancient white. Or antique white, sorry. Oh, I've already got some on there, on the palette. Now, do I want to use some cheapo blue? I'll use some cheapo blue. We don't need Citadel / Games Workshop for this, I don't think. Cheap blue. Sorry. Cheap blue. Fast. It's all about color. This stream is brought to you by Faz. It's all about color. Fine art student acrylic available now. Waterproof, light fast, quick drying, bright, bold pigments, non-toxic. Eat as much as you like. For free. Ideal for arts, crafts, and outdoor murals. Outdoor murals? Fuzzy. Medium-bodied acrylic, water-based, flexible, bright, intermixable colors. Cleanup brushes with soapy water. Fluorescent colors and magenta have less reliable light fastness. Caution. Wear protective clothing. Some staining may occur. Wow. And we're working with cool blue. For those of you at home. So just grab your cool blue fast acrylic. It's both acrylic but waterproof. Buzzy. And you just want to put half a splodge onto your palette. Oh, sorry, that's a whole splodge. But I will be able to take some of that out. Okay. And you do want a different brush to mix with, so I'm going to get a mixy brush. Okay, so we want almost all of this grey. And you don't need too much white. Or you don't need too much grey, I forget. Yeah, you don't need actually too much grey. Want more white than grey. Mix that in there. Okay, we're just finding a colour at the moment. And we actually need almost no blue. Maybe some more blue. Because it, like I say, it's just undercolor. Okay, we're not actually ended up with much color here. Okay, trust the process, is pretty bold. Everyone hold on tight. Hold on to your loved ones. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, that's pretty full on. It'll tone down. It'll dry. Like all the others, it'll dry and it'll go away a little bit. I feel like it's a fun color for a stone, right? Oh, one thing I didn't mention in the Pānui section was how I've noticed lately that just as I log off, or I'm about to, I'm like 20 minutes from finishing, or I've just said something like, yeah, that's probably it from me. I crank up to like more viewers than I've had the whole time. And so I might experiment today with staying on a little bit later, but it'll depend. It'll be kind of responsive to what's happening. And you guys can all go to bed if you're sleepy. I might see I might catch the vibe a little bit more this time. Oh, I don't like it! The stone wall, I mean. You're all great. Someone save me. Where does it go? I'm gonna listen to some more intense music now. We're putting on the Pural album. Sorry, Aihe, that song was just a bit too jaunty for how I'm feeling in my soul right now. Oi. And now I've done these 1, 2, 3 just straight across there. I've done like blue. This is a pattern. What am I, sewing a quilt? What am I doing, guys? I feel like the guy in I think you should leave in the big prosthetics in the mall. I got so much shit on me. Okay, look, that made me happier. Anyone got any good suggestions / democratic votes of where these stones should go? Everyone's left the chat. Everyone's left the stream because I started painting with light blue. Okay. Well, let's put one here and see if that busts up the joint even further. What's good about these, I think... What's good with these ones is they're going to be quite subtle compared to the mid-grey. Anyway. I don't want to talk about... I'm glad that you guys don't want to talk about it, because also I don't want to talk about it. Okay. Okay. One here. That's cute. That's cute there. Let's bottom one down here. Yeah, nice. Now we're talking. Is that just one big one there? Some real big ones in this chunk. Alright, that's another thing. Looks quite motley, doesn't it? Looks a bit motley. I've really got to find a way to be truly random with my painting offers, or like my creative decision making, because often I'm like, I'll just go random, but then my first quote unquote random choice is quite structured, because it's kind of my, I guess my go-to is structure. So you got to do that like free flow state, and going back to childlike finger painting, impulsive artistry. But look, it ain't half bad. Look at that. That ain't half bad. Got stones in there, that's for sure. That's all you need, some stones. Okay, don't go down there because then it's bloody do. Go over here because then it's bubble bubble. Bubble bubble. Do you see? Do you see if I went down there, it would have been bubble 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 bubble. But instead it's bubble, bubble. You get it. You get it. Da 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 da. Nice. Okay. Some blue in here will look great, I think. Maybe even on the back wall. Look at this. Let me do it. Oh, you know what I was thinking? I was thinking, how cool would it be to hear Aihe's song offer for the Peril album called Gently Inserted. And here we are. Listen to it. Look, I'm doing it. Listen to those cowbells, man. How does he do it? I love that bass lick I hear. It's so good. I love how it just like every now and then comes in, just I tend to quite overdo my elements and just have them constantly droning through the whole thing. So it's great that you've got some freaking restraint in your mix. Yeah. Thank you, Sapien Sorcerer. Yeah, I'm gonna do the dry brush first, I think. Over the top, and all the dry brush is gonna be the exact same kind of light grey. What's my plan for the keystone on the arch? I'm so glad you asked. We've got a little rune there, which is a real rune, which fan in the chat was like, "Are you sure you want to make an actual rune?" But I did, and I might modify it later if I feel uncomfortable with that. But I'm gonna try and make this like glow, or at least be a real prominent place that we could then overlay animation sequences on. You know? Because my idea is that this section could become like a hotspot for some quite high production values. For example, all the like followers can could pop up in here. If someone donates bits, the like flame could do something, and like, or like the arch, this rune and the keystone could pop. But at the moment, in terms of what we're doing right now, leaving it this color. That's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to leave it this color because that could have some cool pop in it. But let's do this a blue so that we can really see the keystone. How about that? Thanks for noticing the keystone. Thanks for bringing up the keystone. I feel like people forget what's really holding us all together. The keystone. Looking quite motley, but you know, We trust the vision, don't we? Okay. Literally can't see the details. Here we go. This one's gonna be blue. Okay. Yes. All right. Okay. Yucky. All right. We can't dry brush these yet. Big mistake to dry brush when there's still wet paint on. So I'm going to ship these off. Ship these off to boarding school. Maybe keep that there. Okay, I'll be back.
Now this'll be fun.
It took me ages to find. Whoa, who's following? Count Spatula. Haramai. Get in here, Count Spatch. Let's do this. You know what to do, everybody. Come on. Oh. I'm always bad at doing this. I always do the wrong emote. I'm just gonna. Quick, get Count Spatula a bunch of mead and open the door. What's up, Count Spatula? We're crafting. Look, we've been doing this. We've been painting these stones here, and now we're painting some wood with some dry brushing. Now, I found this a while ago. I couldn't find the right color for dry brushing wood. It would always look a little too poopy. I'll show you an example. This is a fully finished piece that I made, and it's just there's not enough contrast. It actually looks quite good in the light. But two things to look at with this one. This is using the wire brush technique that I decided not to use. Hang on. This is using the wire brush technique that I decided not to use on these. You'll see the difference, right? So this one's a bit more cartoony than this one. But I just feel like this looks a little... This is kind of cool for miniature scale. Like putting a little person on there. Putting a little person on there. You're like, yeah, that looks like the right kind of scale of wood. But, whee! But I feel like this is going to look way cooler for our purposes. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. So that's one change. And the other one is, you'll see how this is not a huge difference to the depth. So that's just one base coat. This one here. That's just one color. And I did like a couple of dry brushes on this. And I just could not get it popping and looking warm or saturated. That is until I found... Whoop! This color. I had to pay a bit extra than like these $3 things, but this is kind of the best color you can get in this kind of cheap range, so I had to get a bit more expensive to get this, but honeycomb is the color you're after, which sounds lovely, doesn't it? Honeycomb. Folk art matte. This one's not as funny as our jazz art one. There's not so much funny stuff to talk about. Shake well. Clean while wet with soap and water. And then it's in some kind of European language that I can't read. I thought it was going to be... Is it? What is that? What is that language? Bien agiter, nettoyer, l'état humide avec... It's French. Avec de lait et de savon. always remember, etu savon. Okay. What am I looking for? What am I looking for? Thought I was looking for my dry brush. I've got like a specific dry brush. It's gone. It's gone forever, and that's fine. We'll use this. Okay. So I'm going to dry brush with this, and we're going to see all the beautiful details being picked up. And we're just going to slap it on a palette here. Oh, that's the same palette. Oh my god, I'm all over the show. Ah! Palette. Honeycomb. Oh wow. It's really quite... You can tell it's an expensive paint if it's temperamental. Okay. It needs a lot of care and love. Oh. Honeycomb. Now for a dry brush, you want to smush it around in your paintbrush here. And you want to make sure it's up in all the bristles. And this is the bit that I don't have enough patience for. Is then you want to smush it around on your paper towel or cardboard, or some people have dry brush palettes where you like smush your paintbrush around on for a bit. Oh god, I'm gonna hit this mic so much. Hang on. Okay, that's good. And then let's see, can we get this popping? It's not bad. Oh yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. Now I've got to not be afraid of the brightness. I can bring it up. And then you can always bring it back. Dry brush time, dry brush city. Oh, I'm not mad at this. Look at this. Hold on. It's quite cool. The foam these like tiny little particulate foam fibers that are actually making it look more like wood. Oh god, I'm hitting the crap out of the mic. Sorry. Okay, look at that. So there's that. This is a similar piece with no dry brush. And then this is with dry brush. Nice, and this is opposite some stone. What is up, Kiwi Doos? I'm pretty happy with that. It is a little bit greenish, isn't it, in the light? But we can bring that back with some wash. That's what this is for. This brown wash. It's going to bring back the color a little bit. But this is going to be great. Oh god, I'm hitting everything. Get some more on there, get some more off there. It's such a funny technique because it's like load the brush up, get the paint off the brush. And kind of like, oh okay. Oh what? What's up, dudes? How am I? Get in from the cold. Got to get a mug of mead. Sit by the hearth while we paint the hearth. I forgot to detail this whole part of the wood, but I think I can just photograph around it. Mate, yeah, I've decided there was a little bit that I can go a little bit later these days because I'm just finding that I get more viewers just as I'm about to finish, and there's always something to do, so just keep going. As you can see, for example, we've got to dry brush these beams and posts. And don't worry guys, if I make a mistake, we can just fix it in post. Fucking got him. Fucking got him. Crushed it. Dry brushed. Just look at the D right there. Boo! Boo! Shut down the stream. But Breakfast, do you have the power to shut down the stream if I make another bad joke? What do you reckon? With your new moderations? Ban him. Ban the guy on the screen. So I've been saying for people, if anyone's come in recently and missed all of the Pānui, but basically thanks for coming out on a Thursday, and we're going to do Thursday again next week. And also next week is we're going to take another a musical side quest, and so I'm going to kind of pack away the crafting for a little bit, just for 1 week, just to show you some music that I've been working on for the stream. Which I'm very excited to share with you all. I'm gonna. Here's my plan: is that I'm gonna live mix or live perform. Sounds weird when I say perform. Basically, I record it all in loops and scenes and tracks, and then yo, Kiwi Dills, look, the mead. Yoza, get those meads in the chat. Meads in the chat. Meads in the chat. Meads in the chat. So generous, Dills. Thank you so much. What a ledge. Next week, I'm gonna take a song that I've kind of put all the pieces together for. The song that I was working on last time that I did music on the stream, Sunrise on Embers, and I'm gonna in front of you all, hopefully, make the version that makes it to the album. So I've got all the strands there, and I'm gonna launch them and fade them up and tweak them and add some effects live, and then that's the version that makes it to the bloody stream. So I feel like that'll be cute. I'm gonna save that big one till last. Dills is definitely the Santa Claus of the stream. Jumping in here, throwing his subs around like candy. I love it. There's a stream. Woo! What's up, Char? Ooh, epic. I love that you nice. Is it like an actual CD, like for real life? Whoa, I love that. Love that physical media is still what has kind of become the cool new thing again. And I said yes. Wow. I love that. I got this huge deep dive of YouTube tutorials, because with this music for the stream, and I was thinking about how we will release it. At the moment, it's just definitely going to be a Bandcamp kind of thing in terms of a digital download. But I was like, I wonder if I could How cute would it be to get a tape deck recorder and like record all the music onto tapes and give them to people? Cassettes. I feel like cassette tape would suit this vibe very well. Just to add some like grain and depth to it. Some warmth. Classic Bandcamp styles. Almost done. Dry brushed all the woods. We're not out of the woods yet though. Whoa, that's a weird shot, eh? Look at that. Thumbnail. Thumbnail, but my head's on the end of it? Hang on. Thumbnail, but my head's on the end of it, yeah. And then quickly, thumbnail face. Thumbnail face real quick. Oh, we're like that. We got it. Like that. Done it. Right. Thanks, guys. Exactly. Free cassette for you. Based purely on. Maybe that was subliminally where I got it from. Sorry that this keeps like flashing around there. That must be awful to watch. It reminds me of when I went to see The Hobbit in cinemas and they'd shot it all the whole thing for 3D, because then back then the big kind of phase, well, the phase was again talking of resurgent media, but they were like, we're gonna make 3D movies a thing again, but not blue and red. This time it's these special ones that are like Ray-Bans, and you wear these big blocky kind of dark sunglasses, and then and then there's 3D in the movie now. But I didn't choose the 3D one. I chose the normal one. And so, but it was funny to watch all these moments where it was like this. It was like arrows were shooting at them, and you saw the arrows go like whoosh, whoosh, and you're like, oh, that must be for 3D. And there's a bit where they're falling back and they go, no, as they're falling backwards, and their hand like reaches right out. But when it's not the 3D version, you're like, oh, I guess that was for the 3D bit. I guess they were going to make that a real cool 3D thing. What was the original era of 3D movies? I don't feel like I know what people were originally... Were they like cinema, or was it just like fun goofs? Was it like amusement park styles? Or were they like legit When Harry Met Sally? Spy Kids 3D? Surely before then. Spy Kids I feel like is a bit later. With Elijah Wood. Now, because I've got kids, I've watched a lot of Spy Kids. I've watched a lot of the Spy Kids movies. Including, but not limited to, We Can Be Heroes. Featuring Pedro Pascal. I'm not convinced that was the first wave of 3D movies. And were they the classic Third Rock from the Sun? They did a... What? Third Rock from the Sun did a 3D episode? Like in 3D or on the subject of 3D? Oh my god, that's so cool. I used to watch that every week? Or was it daily? I used to watch that with my family. We used to freaking love that show. God, that show was good. Oh, sorry. We're about to dry brush the mantelpiece that everyone's been talking so much about. Now you can overdo it with dry brushing. I'm told. Oh, that's pretty good. It's pretty light, but I can always pull it back. I think I'm going to try and go through all the edges here. Now, if you've just joined us, what we're doing here is we're making our Twitch overlay from scratch. Out of bits of XPS farm. See, that's what it normally looks like there. But I've carved into it and I'm painting it. And then eventually it'll photograph it. And then it'll go like this. Like, I mean, there's no lights back there, but you know what I mean. You get it. I don't need to over-explain it to you all. And right now, thank you, Shah. Charmander. Quiet on the Charmander. Thanks, Dills. Thanks, friend. It was not my original idea, but gosh darn it, I'm doing it. It was my uncle Lars, who's also called Deco Boko. If he appears here in the chat, you'll know him. He said, do it. And I said, I'm doing it. And then, just while we're shouting people out, Hamish Parkinson was the one that said you should stream yourself making it. And so here I am because of him. This is all on the backs of giants, this stream. So, ngā mihi nui to all of y'all. And you all watching it. If no one had watched this stream, it wouldn't have lasted very long. But people seem to hang out. And I love hanging out with you all. And it gives me it's a good like I think I said one time, there's a danger sometimes when I stream just by myself. Sorry. There's a danger when I'm crafting just by myself. It doesn't happen often because it is kind of like my favorite thing in the world. My second favorite thing in the world to do. But there's a danger that I come out here to my kind of workshop space and I'm kind of overwhelmed with stuff to do. And then, guys, I jump on my phone and I just scroll on Instagrams or watch a YouTube thing, and then it's time to go to bed. Whereas when I'm doing this, I don't check my phone even one time. Not even for serious emergencies. And that's beautiful. Alright, what do you guys say? Usually people use graphic overlays, but a photographic, yes. Photographic. Now who's punny? Luck is for amateurs. You got this. So now what does that say? Oh, please wish you luck. Oh gosh, sorry, I missed that. Quite on the cassette. You're doing uni scholarship applications and they close on Saturday. Uni scholarship applications. Epic. That's so awesome. You're gonna be great. What will be, will be. That's what I believe. I hope you get so much money. Oh man, you've got to, Quiet on the Cassette, you got to write about yourself honestly and confidently. You got it. You're not going to get anywhere by hiding your light under a bushel. What the hell is that from? What do you... I'm going to study at uni. Quiet on the Cassette. Yeah, man. If anything, go harder. Because you know what? Because you know what? This is why the world of politics is screwed. Is because all the confident people talk themselves up all the time, and all the like wholesome moralistic people are really shy about themselves, and so then we just end up with all bunch of frickin' drongos plummeting Earth into the ground because they just have a bit of confidence. I'm sorry. Okay. Do you prefer cha? Cha? Cha. 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 Is it a hard cha or a soft sha? Sha, right? Sha. Anyway. let us know. Often you like oh. It was just that. I was just saying your name over and over again. Trying to get it right. Shah? Like that? Like the start of shark? Not Char as in the start of Charmander? Which would you like? That's looking rich. Either way, don't care. Nice. Look at that, look at that, look at that. Okay, and then look at that. Oh, baby. Okay. We need to, sorry guys, we need to do a whole new thumbnail shot. And then I'm going to do one last thing. Hang on. Guys, hang on. Have a bit of bloody patience, alright? I'm just trying to arrange a blimmin' shot. Let's do it like this. Message didn't send. I'm going to study something. Music industry, like, that's epic. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Wow. Very, very cool, man. Do you want to manage the Wild Magic Tavern albums? We're going to make a killing. Oh, guys. Guys, look. Everyone, if you're not looking at your screen, you gotta. You legally have to. It's gosh darn happening. Oh my lord. And then you go there. I'm actually losing it. Oh. Oh. Hang on, I gotta clear the screen. Oh my gosh. I'm actually getting emotional. This is crazy. That really snuck up on me. Okay, you go away. Oops. You come in. Okay. Shush. We want to get rid of that. We want to get rid of that. Nice. And then we want to transition to that. Oh. Oh my gosh. Oh, you want me to like chuck in some bricks? You want to chuck in some bricks? Hang on. Wait there. They're dry, but they just look a little bit too much. But this can go like that. Oh, you know what? You're right. That needs to go there. Like that. Dicked it up again. Like that. Like that. That's good. I was embarrassed of the undercoat, but it's a good update because it'll look different to the next one. Guys, fam, I think it's going to be something real special. This is a huge milestone. This is really taking shape. Dry brushing is, I've said it before, my favorite part, the most satisfying step. Okay, that's a hot as heck thumbnail. Okay. And then back to here. Guys! Yeah! Feels good. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, and then thumbnail face is like, I'm gonna be like this. Like I'm stuck inside it. Maybe eyes to the camera, eh? I've learned that, eyes to the camera. Do you know I play this game sometimes when I'm making the thumbnails? I'm like, what if I make like an intentionally, if I try to make a stupid thumbnail rather than a good thumbnail? Because I do know a little bit about making a good thumbnail. It does take a lot of time though, and so sometimes I'm like, I could spend ages trying to make this thumbnail really good when I upload them to YouTube, these streams. But I'm also like, if I spend heaps of time on that, that's a lot of time out of my life, because the stream is kind of the thing, right? Anyway, blah blah blah. Sometimes it's a fun game to just make a poopy thumbnail. Okay. The last thing I wanted to do was... This is some tea that I've been brewing this whole stream. Some gumboot tea. That's what we call it here in New Zealand. We call it gumboot tea. I'm going to take the tea bags out. And then we're going to do the classic tea bag soak some paper. Some people still call it builder's tea, eh? Where's builder's tea from? Why do we call it gumboot? Jarvis? Why do we call it gumboot tea? Inconclusive, sir. Brew is when you leave the tea bag in. Oh. Okay, so I've been brewing some tea. I just got the tea bags out. And now we're going to clear our space a little. So this is for... What am I doing now? What am I damn doing now? So this is for the blood-soaked journal, which is our next thing to do after, well, alongside the earthenware jug. So we're going to get some paper. And I'm just going to put a bit in there. I was going to fold it all up. Should I fold it all up? Oh, it's only 20 to 11. Okay, I don't have scissors, so I'm just going to scratch this like this. Just make like a strip. Nice. Exactly. It's primary school styles. What size do I want this book to be? Maybe half that size or smaller than that. It's going to be quite small. The journal will be this big. Nice. Because we can't have nice bleached white paper in the journal, can we? And this is just going to go and plop in there. Bloop. Do another one. Because in between streams, I will take it out and dry it, you see. Because we don't want to just sit here watching paper soak up tea, do we? Is that something? Is that satisfying? Is that something? Bloop, bloop, bloop. Tea. Marvelous uses, tea. And we're back at tea. Turmeric. You want old style. That's true. Kia ora, fam. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. This has been a bit of a marathon for me. Everyone else is doing... I see all the cool influencers doing 12-hour streams. This was an hour 43. And for me, sheesh. Sheesh. Well, that's quite a bit. I love hanging out with you all. Thanks everyone for coming, even if it was a different day of the week. Next week it's also going to be a Tuesday, but I'm going to put that in all the comms and the Discord and the Instagram and such. What else am I going to do? Go watch Fury of the Small if you haven't already. Or listen to it. It's audio only, but go listen to it. Thanks everyone for coming along. And you're freaking legends. And as per usual, hang on, wait, I forgot to do this thing. Fading out the other music, because now we have some sting music for the end. Because as per usual, thanks for stopping by.